Have you ever felt like there's more to you than what you see in the mirror? Like a part of you exists beyond your thoughts, beyond your actions, hidden deep within? Carl Jung believed that every human being carries an untold story within them, a journey toward the ultimate truth. But to find it, we must first face the parts of ourselves we've been avoiding. Every person in life searches for the truth. We look for meaning in the world, in other people, and in experiences. But Carl Jung believed that the ultimate truth is not outside, it is within us. Jung was one of the most influential psychologists of all time. He explored the depths of the human mind and discovered that our true self is hidden beneath layers of consciousness. He believed that understanding the self is the key to personal growth and inner peace. But this journey is not easy. To find the truth, we must confront the parts of ourselves that we ignore or fear. This is the journey to ultimate truth, one that requires deep self-reflection and courage. The concept of the self. Carl Jung believed that the mind has different layers. What we see on the surface is only a small part of who we really are. Beneath this surface lies a vast hidden world, the unconscious mind. Jung divided the self into three main parts: the persona, the shadow, and the deep unconscious. The persona is the mask we wear every day. It is the version of ourselves that we show to the world, how we behave in public, at work, or in social situations. But this is not our true self. It is only a role we play. Behind this mask lies the shadow, the hidden part of our personality. This includes the emotions, desires, and fears that we suppress. We ignore them because they do not fit with the image we want to show the world. But ignoring the shadow does not make it disappear. Instead, it influences our actions in ways we do not realize. Jung believed that true self-awareness comes from accepting both the persona and the shadow. Only by facing our hidden self can we begin the journey toward real truth and inner peace. The journey of self-realization. Every human being is on a journey, whether they realize it or not. This is the journey of understanding who we truly are. But the problem is that we live most of our lives disconnected from our real self. Carl Jung believed that to truly know ourselves we must go beyond our surface-level identity. He introduced the idea of anima and animus, which represent the hidden masculine and feminine energies within us. In simple words, every man carries a hidden feminine side, anima, and every woman carries a hidden masculine side, animus. These energies affect our thoughts, emotions, and relationships. When we reject them, we become incomplete. But when we accept both, we become whole. Jung also introduced the concept of the collective unconscious. He believed that deep inside, all humans share a common mental structure, something we inherit from our ancestors. This explains why ancient myths, religious symbols, and even fairy tales across cultures have similar patterns. These shared symbols help us understand the deeper layers of our mind. Another important tool for self-realization is dreams. Jung believed that dreams are not just random thoughts. They are messages from the unconscious mind. Our dreams show us our fears, desires, and even the hidden truths we avoid in waking life. To truly find the ultimate truth, we must listen to these messages. We must recognize our inner balance, understand our unconscious, and embrace the symbols that guide us towards self-awareness. Facing the shadow. One of the biggest obstacles in self-discovery is the shadow. This is the hidden part of our personality, the side we don't like to show. It contains all the thoughts, emotions, and behaviors we deny or suppress. Jung believed that every person has a dark side, but instead of accepting it, we push it away. We pretend it doesn't exist. But the more we ignore our shadow, the more power it gains over us. For example, have you ever been in a situation where you reacted with anger or jealousy and later regretted it? That was your shadow acting without your awareness. When we don't face our shadow, it controls us in subtle ways, through impulsive actions, sudden mood changes, or unexplained fears. But what happens when we acknowledge the shadow? Instead of letting it control us, we take control of it. Jung called this shadow integration, the process of accepting our hidden self rather than rejecting it. Facing the shadow is not easy. It means confronting our insecurities, fears, and weaknesses. It means understanding why we judge others, why we feel triggered, and why we struggle with certain emotions. One way to recognize the shadow is through projection. When we strongly dislike something in others, it often reflects something within ourselves that we refuse to see. For example, if someone constantly annoys you, ask yourself, is there a part of me that behaves the same way, but I refuse to admit it? By embracing the shadow, we become stronger. We become more self-aware and emotionally balanced. And most importantly, we take a step closer to our true self. The role of synchronicity. Have you ever experienced a meaningful coincidence, like thinking of an old friend, and suddenly they call you, or seeing the same number repeatedly when making an important decision? Jung called this phenomenon synchronicity, the idea that events are connected, not by cause and effect, but by meaning. According to Jung, the universe speaks to us through signs and patterns. These are not random. They are messages from the unconscious mind, guiding us toward deeper understanding. For example, imagine someone struggling with self-doubt. One day, they randomly pick up a book, and the first sentence they read says, "Believe in yourself." Was it just a coincidence? Or was it the universe responding to their inner thoughts? Synchronicity often happens when we are at a turning point in life. It can appear through dreams, numbers, symbols, or even unexpected encounters. Jung believed that when we are in tune with our unconscious mind, we start noticing these signs more frequently. This does not mean we should search for meaning in everything, but when something feels deeply significant, it's worth paying attention to. Many people dismiss synchronicity as just chance, but Jung saw it as proof that our inner world and outer world are connected. The key is to be open and aware, because sometimes the answers we seek are already around us, we just have to recognize them. Every person has two sides, who they think they are, and who they truly are. Most people spend their entire lives acting according to what society expects, never realizing their real self. But Carl Jung believed that true growth happens when we unite these two sides. He called this process individuation. Individuation means becoming your most authentic self. It is about accepting all parts of yourself, the good, the bad, the hidden, and the unknown. It is the process of bringing the conscious and unconscious mind together, so they work as one. Most of us live disconnected from our deeper self. We wear masks to fit into society. We ignore our fears, desires, and weaknesses. But ignoring them doesn't make them go away. They still control our thoughts and actions from the background. Individuation is the journey of recognizing these hidden parts and integrating them into our conscious awareness. Jung believed that dreams, symbols, and synchronicity are tools that help in this process. They act as messages from the unconscious, guiding us toward balance. Individuation is not about being perfect. It is about being real. It is about understanding your strengths and weaknesses, accepting your fears instead of running from them, and embracing your true nature instead of pretending to be someone else. When a person achieves individuation, they become more centered. They stop being controlled by outside influences and start making choices based on their inner truth. This is the final stage of self-discovery, the moment when a person truly finds themselves. Finding inner peace and embracing one's true nature in today's world. People are constantly searching for happiness. They look for it in success, in relationships, in material things. But Jung believed that true peace does not come from the outside. It comes from within. Finding inner peace starts with self-acceptance. Many people suffer because they try to be someone they are not. They hide their emotions, suppress their desires, and ignore their true feelings. But peace comes when we stop fighting ourselves and start embracing who we are. Another important step is letting go of control. Many people try to control everything in life, how others see them, how things should happen, and even their own emotions. But the more we try to control, the more we struggle. Jung believed that real peace comes when we trust the natural flow of life and accept things as they are. Self-awareness is also key. When we understand our thoughts, emotions, and reactions, we stop being controlled by them. Instead of feeling lost and confused, we gain clarity. Jung also emphasized the importance of meaning in life. A life without purpose leads to emptiness, no matter how much success a person has. True peace comes from finding what gives your life meaning, whether it's personal growth, creativity, spirituality, or helping others. In the end, embracing one's true nature means accepting both the light and the dark within. It means letting go of fear, trusting yourself and living in harmony with your inner truth. This is the ultimate goal, not just to find peace, but to become whole. Carl Jung's ideas teach us that the ultimate truth is not something we find outside. It is something we discover within ourselves. The journey to self-realization is not easy. It requires us to face our fears, confront our hidden self, and accept every part of who we are. But in the end, this journey leads to something greater: inner peace, balance, and a deeper understanding of life. Every person has a choice: either continue living in the illusion of who you think you are, or take the path of self-discovery and uncover your true nature. Jung once said, "Your vision will become clear only when you look into your own heart. Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." The question is, are you ready to awaken?